Hello, today is a video you guys requested. It is a down and dirty guide for cleaning out your closet.
Be sure to stay to the end of the video because I'm going to share with you a few remaining items that I just couldn't decide on, and you can help me decide whether it's time to pass these on or if I should keep these in my closet.
I have 5 steps guaranteed to get your closet cleaned out in hopefully a day, depending on how bad you've let it go. We personally have lived here for 4 years and haven't touched our closet, so it has accumulated things that don't belong there. It has accumulated clothes that we have dragged from one house to the next house to the next house. We were supposed to be here a couple of years and we have now been here 4 years. So our closet is desperate and bursting at the seams. Pretty bad shape. But I have 5 steps to get through this closet clean out. If you've been really religious about cleaning out your closets, you may be able to get all 5 steps done in a day. But personally, I don't want to overwhelm myself, so I'm going to break this down into 5 tasks. The first step is to go through your closet and take out anything that doesn't belong there. I don't know about you, but my walk-in closet has turned into a storage closet. Things are in there that don't belong there, that have nothing to do with clothes. It just seems to be a holding place or a storage closet. Step 1 is to jump into my closet and get rid of what doesn't belong there. I know there's a record player in there. I know there are EcoBeaks, which is supposed to be some sort of component that goes with our heating system. I have no idea what that is. There's exercise equipment in there. So many things that just really don't belong. Check out this dust on this thing. Now it looks like there's some orthopedic equipment up there that I need to ask my husband about. Old boots that he used for plantar fasciitis, an old knee brace that I don't think he's ever going to wear. That area could be used for something a little bit more valuable than some old medical equipment that he's not going to use. Here's an old strap to an old suitcase. I don't even know what that goes to. Also, some old x-rays were at the top of our closet. At the bottom of a closet, I found a bunch of old toys and games, so a whole bag of those. I also found some Christmas ornaments that were at the bottom of the closet and a bag of clothes that I meant to donate eons ago. And so, yeah, I feel really good about getting a huge pile of stuff out of the closet that didn't even belong there. All right, step 1 done. Everything that doesn't belong in my closet is out of the closet. Step 2 is getting your laundry done and getting the dry cleaning done. We tend to let dry cleaning accumulate. Sometimes there are things in that pile that I've actually gone out and repurchased, not realizing I already have a white blouse. I have now 4 white blouses. I really do not need 4, and they're all the same style, kind of long, that you would wear over leggings. And it's really because I just haven't kept up with the dry cleaning, and I honestly don't know what I have. So get your laundry done and get the dry cleaning done before you even begin. That way you can visually see what you have and to see if you may or may not have duplicates of some of the clothing items that are basics in your closet. Step 2, get all the laundry done and get things to the dry cleaners. Now, realistically, this is gonna take me the rest of the day. We're just back from vacation. There's a ton of dirty, sandy laundry. And I also had my kids here over the holidays and all the bedding needs to be done. So there is a lot to do. I'm giving myself a break and I'm gonna use the entire rest of the day to get step 2 done. So I will see you tomorrow. Now that everything's cleaned, it's time to sort. I like to sort in my closet with everything hung up by color and function. That's what works for me. Some people prefer to sort by dumping everything out on their bed and doing sorting piles that way. But for me, having piles on my bed just feels super overwhelming. So whichever way works best for you, go ahead and sort your clothes. Now, when I'm sorting a drawer, I do the same thing. I kind of adopt the Marie Kondo style. I fold up all my t-shirts and all my undies and all my bras somewhat by color and by function, and I fold them in squares. It's just really easy for me because we have just a few drawers. My husband and I share these drawers. He gets the top and I get the bottom, so we don't have a lot of space. So for me, using the Marie Kondo folding style makes it so that I can see everything at a quick glance. Now it's up to you whether you want to tackle your accessories and your shoes at the same time. I've decided, since we have a walk-in closet and I have to look at everything all at once, I want to get the whole project done so that when I leave this closet, it's visually appealing. All the laundry and dry cleaning is done and hung up. Now it's time to sort. I like to sort on the hanger. That way I can see all the colors and the items that I have, as opposed to putting them on my bed where I will just see piles. It just is less overwhelming for me to see what I have in my closet. And I usually sort by function. I have a fairly large sweater collection, which I keep out because our cool season can range for 5 to 7 months. So I usually keep my sweaters out as opposed to packing them away. Then I have my shirts, and then I have all my pants back here, some scarves to go through, my shoes up at the top. Then I'm going to go through and sort out my purses, and then finally my formal wear and my dresses. I realized I had a lot of shopping bags mixed in with my purses, and these usually stay downstairs by our front door. I also realized I have a lot of shoe bags. Just as a quick side note, because we have such a small closet, I have really narrow hangers. I also hang up 2 to 3 pair of pants per hanger. All right, that wasn't too bad. I got everything sorted by color and by function. It's time to weed out. Step 4 is to weed out the things that are really obvious. This shouldn't take you a long time. You shouldn't struggle over it. It should just be like, oh yeah, I haven't worn that in 4 years. Don't really like it anymore. It's not a color I like anymore. Oh, it has holes in it. Time to replace it. That kind of stuff. Shouldn't take a lot of time. Don't hem and haw over it. Just kind of go with your gut. You can kind of take several approaches. The Marie Kondo style. Does it spark joy? If that works for you, easy way to weed out. Things that you don't enjoy anymore, go, and things that you love and have always loved, stay. You can go with colors. I personally have so many different colors in my wardrobe that colors for me don't really work. But some people are like, these are my colors and these aren't my colors. So you can weed out by color. Others prefer the recency test. Have I worn this in the last 2 years? If not, get rid of it. If so, keep it. The fourth way to weed out, and this is my favorite way to do it, is to ask 3 questions. Is this my vibe? Does this serve a function, or is this a treasure? If any of those answers is yes, I keep it. Of course, there are always those items that are kind of questionable, and I have a maybe pile, but I try to keep that maybe pile really small and go with my gut instinct. There are lots of different ways to approach weeding out. This beautiful black silk shirt is just too large for me, and it just looks a bit frumpy, so I'm gonna bite the bullet and pass it on. Between clothes and shoes, I had quite a few no's in this closet. Really excited to be sending these off to donation. These I'm keeping for sentimental reasons because they were some handmade skirts given to me by a family member. Now it's time to take care of my biggest challenge, which is the maybes. But my rule this year is going to be, if I haven't worn it in 4 years, the maybes have to go. This suede skirt, I think I've worn 3 times in the last 10 years. It's time to say goodbye. Wow, it looks like I'm gonna have room to do a little bit of shopping in the formal clothes department. I found a few more items after going through a second time and asking myself, have I worn these in 4 years? I almost forgot about these old scarves that I haven't worn in years. They're also headed to donation. Now I haven't worn these orange pants in about 3 years, but I'm gonna give them 1 more year. Same thing for these turquoise pants. I just love these bright colors. This is another top in that same style, but cotton, and it's just too large and baggy for me, so it's time to pass it on. I haven't worn it in a long time. This has seen better days, and it has a few holes in it. As far as pants, I decided not to get rid of too many because, you know what? I don't have many dresses, and I usually wear pants all the time. So I have quite a few, and they get quite a workout year-round. So I don't have that many to get rid of. Okay, all the maybes that I haven't worn in 4 years are done. Once I've got everything out of the closet that doesn't belong there, and I've done the laundry and the dry cleaning and gone to other closets to see if I may have hung something up in a guest room closet that actually belongs in my closet, and I've got the sorting done, and you've done that gut weeding out, you're gonna be ready for step number 5, because you're gonna be left with a pile of question marks. This is the fun part where you get to try those items on. Do they fit your vibe? Do they feel good? Do they look good with whatever else you have in your closet? And you'll get rid of those question marks and have a lot of fun doing a fashion show. The last step is to have a fashion show and do some try-ons on the last remaining items that I have questions on. And honestly, I don't have too much left. I have a new pair of pants that I bought that I need to decide whether I'm going to return, and maybe a couple sweaters and a couple blouses that I have duplicates of. But I have to say the fashion show is going to be pretty limited because a lot of these things I wear every day and I absolutely love to wear. And they're my vibe. They're me. They make me happy. I don't really have that many items for my try-on fashion show. I thought I'd have more. So I have this shirt, this white shirt, and I absolutely love it. And I have a little halter top that kind of has some hand painting, some silk screen on it, a dress that I haven't worn in a while, but I still think I might really love, and these new pants from Quince that I'm gonna try on.
Even though I have several long white button-down tops, the weight of this blouse is so much lighter than the others that I have. I can layer it with a sweater, which is definitely on trend for this year, or wear it in the warmer months. So this is definitely going to be a keeper now that I've tried it on and realized how much lighter it is than the other 3 white blouses I have. This blouse is also light enough to be comfortable tucked into a pair of trousers. These are the black Quince trousers that I've been debating about returning. The main reason is the back half of the waistband is elastic, and it's actually really tight despite the fact that the pants fit me very well in both the width and the length of the pant leg. They're a size 6 and I'm 5'7", so I really like the look and the hang of these trousers, but there's very little room in the waistband for me plus an evening meal. I've had this watercolor print tunic forever. I don't wear it that often, but because it's unique, I'm gonna keep it and start thinking of new ways to style it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas. During my last fashion Get Ready With Me, you guys had some great ideas and tips on how to style one of my dresses, so I know one of you out there will have a great idea for this top. I've also had this dress forever. I wore it to a winter wedding in Florida years ago. It's definitely a bit out of fashion due to the length and the asymmetric hem, but it's also somewhat unique, so I'm hesitant to let it go. Let me know what you guys think.
Thanks so much for joining me for this 5 easy step closet clean out. I hope you thought it was as easy as I did. I've actually never gone through my closet as fast as I did this time. Having a plan to follow was so helpful. I hope you enjoyed these tips, and if you have any closet clean out tips, leave me a comment down below. I'm feeling so refreshed and ready to go for the new year. Thanks very much for watching and wishing you all a fantastic day.